Hello everyone, welcome to the famous episode of Pokemon, the series The Beginning. Well, this is not actually an episode of that part because this is the officially and only banned episode worldwide. No one is allowed to watch this episode anywhere, but I did. Yeah, it's that episode. It's the good old-fashioned Porygon episode. So let's just get into it, and then afterwards we'll talk about the problems. So, in this episode, we are now in Matcha City, and Pikachu needs a Pokemon Center heal up. So when we get to the Pokemon Center, turns out that the transfer system is completely ruined, and the doctor that made the transfer system doesn't believe that a virus is in it. However, he may know something else, but he rushes home before he can explain anything, so the gang goes after him, and inside of his house is a gigantic hologram version of his head. Brock figures out that it is a hologram, and then we follow that hologram to a place, and then he's like, get in here, and I'll take you to the doctor. I'm not gonna pronounce his name, not even close. However, turns out that that place was actually a trap, because the doctor wants our gang to go inside, because it turns out that this is how the bad people got inside of the transfer system, and the bad people turn out to be Team Rocket. Because of the fact that this is what is officially stated, Team Rocket apparently went inside of this machine, and they are now exchanging rare Pokemon for Magikarp. So if you send a Ninetales, you get a Magikarp at the end of the tunnel. So in the middle, it's where it takes it up. But the gang now has to take care of Team Rocket, and they don't have a say in the matter, so you go. However, we also meet Porygon here, the Pokemon that will be banned along with this episode shortly after. So we go in, however we are falling, but luckily enough Porygon can grow big, and we land on top of Porygon and head for Team Rocket. Team Rocket is basically just taking their sweet time doing these transfers, and Meowth is like, hurry up! And they're like, no one else is here. And then the gang is like, Team Rocket's like, see? Told you to hurry up. So James sends out Weezing, and Weezing gasses everyone until Porygon turns itself through conversion into a poison type, I guess, and then hits Weezing away, knocking Weezing and Arbok out, and Team Rocket as well. However, Team Rocket has their own Porygon, so we get a bit of Porygon on Porygon action. Not like that, but our Porygon still overpowers the actual Porygon that Team Rocket has. Fantastic. Now we have to remove the stop signs that Team Rocket put up, because apparently that is how you stop the transfer system. You just put down a stop sign and everyone just stops. That's so funny. However, back at the Pokemon Center, it turns out that someone else came to the Pokemon Center from higher up, and he's gonna administer the vaccine. So he puts in the vaccine, so the doctor is like, you guys need to get out of there quickly. You don't worry about the last sign. You need to leave now, because the vaccine will kill you. Alright? And I was like, well, why did we even go in here in the first place? If they'd used the vaccine earlier and, you know, Team Rocket would have died, what would have really been missed outside of a couple of nuisances? What would we really miss? So the gang gets on top of Porygon and they leave, and Team Rocket is like, get back here, let's fight. And then the gang is like, yeah, there's a vaccine coming. Vaccines are bad, so you should get on your Porygon and leave before the vaccine will kill you. Please, YouTube, don't take down this video because of the fact that I said things. No, wait, no, I can't talk about this because of the fact of 2020. Oh, man. Not that one. I mean, this episode, there's a vaccine, YouTube. Please don't take my video down. So everyone runs away from the vaccine, and I would like to just ask, who was the stupid idiot that thought it would be a good idea to have red and blue flash back to back? What kind of stupid do you have to be? However, when the vaccine uses a very strong dosage, it almost crashes the system, and Team Rocket fall into a hole that was created by the crash. However, Ash will not leave no man behind, so he sends out Bulbasaur to grab Team Rocket right before the vaccine thing can close up that hole. So now the gang is still going and running away. However, Porygon is now slow because of the fact that there is no extra weight attached to it. So the vaccine shoots another one, and Pikachu is like, this is not happening, and electrifies it. And this scene caused the seizures across Japan. Yes, this was the part. And to be honest, all they really had to do to fix this was slow it down. It would have been fixed. No one would have had a problem. Yet they just banned this episode. It's ridiculous. But right in the nick of time, the gang escapes Cyber World, I guess. And then Team Rocket is like, we still hate you, but thanks. Bye, and runs away, leaving their own Porygon behind, because you can see it in the rubble. And at the end of this episode, Pikachu still needs to be healed at the Pokemon Center, so let's heal Pikachu. And that's the end of the episode. And overall, I like this episode. I think this episode is so creative, because I don't think they've ever really done anything like this afterwards at all. However, I find it entirely unfair that Porygon and its family gets completely blamed for what happens in this episode, when it was Pikachu's fault. It wasn't Porygon's fault. Pikachu blew up that vaccine, causing the seizures across Japan. Not Porygon, yet Porygon gets blamed. But overall, I thought it was a really creative episode. Like, the gang goes inside of the Pokemon transfer system. We get to kind of see what it looks like inside of the transfer system. It's such a cool idea. It's just, why did you have to flash red and blue? And to be honest, the only thing you had to do was slow the episode down, and you could have released it. They could have even made a dub out of this one, because there is no problem with this episode. This episode is not problematic as in the guns. So, but they didn't, because of the fact that, you know, Japan just hates this episode. Like, the Pokemon Company is actually embarrassed by this episode, and they had rage, and they needed to blame someone, and Porygon had to take the fall, even though Porygon 2 and Z did nothing wrong. Also, Porygon in the Generation 1 games is really hard to get, and it finally gets an episode, and this is how you treat the thing? This is just unfair. But I like the episode, and would I recommend watching it? I don't know. I mean, you can find it online. My thing is just, whenever the vaccine shoots, look away. That's what I did, and it saved me. I didn't get a seizure. So look away. Don't look at the screen. When the red and blue starts flashing, just look away. It's as simple as that. But recommending it is kind of weird, because there's going to be flashing lights throughout this playthrough as well. Especially with the move known as Thunderbolt. We're not there yet. Pikachu hasn't learned Thunderbolt yet. But there are a lot of flashing lights when Thunderbolt happens. Also, in a lot of episodes before this one, at least in the dub version, a lot of scenes are slowed down when flashing happens. That is also something that they did after this episode came out, which is why in the English dub, every scene when there's like flashing supposed to happen, there's a lot of frames that are just cut out in order to not have the flashing happen. You just see 2 images, like 1, 2, done. That also happened because of this episode. But let me know what you guys thought about this episode if you're gonna watch it. But be warned, I will warn you right now, so I'm not legally in trouble because of this. There is flashing happening, so watch out. But if you have seen this episode, what do you think about it? And if you will not watch this episode, comment down below your opinion on Porygon itself. Did it deserve to get banned? And also, what do you think about it? What do you think about its evolutions? Do you like them? Do you not? Let me know down below. And with that being said, thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope you guys have enjoyed. And if you did, please like button, subscribe if you're new, if you're not already. Turn on the notifications, and don't forget to check out the Let's Play channel. Link in the description and at the end of the video. And I'll see you guys next time. Because of the fact that this episode aired, everything is out of whack. However, we will be watching this in chronological order. And as the preview at the end of this episode showed, next episode is Jinx time. Bye!